Gentlemen, we're back. Welcome to your Week 7 recap show. As always, I am your host. I am your commissioner. It is my absolute honor to be here. I am Timmy Westside, and let's get into Week 7. Week 7. Now I know talk is cheap, but I will get out there on location, getting quotes, talking to the fans. I will. But for right now, we're in the bunker, and we're on to Week 7 recap. Week 7. The greatest coach of all time, Billy Belichick. He said, with his hood on because it's cold now, the football season doesn't really start until after Thanksgiving. Well, we're after Thanksgiving, and the contenders and the pretenders, they're starting to show their true colors. So let's get into it with an infamous pretender, but not this week. The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club, get the monkey off your back. A 4-game skid snapped with a 178.6 performance over the comeback kid with 155.8. Listen, his goalies weren't a big deal, but when called upon, they did deliver. 3-1-1 on the week. His skaters, 150 points. Second highest skating total, only behind the Berlin Backhanders. We'll get into it. Jeez, calm down. The comeback kid, going the wrong direction, has now dropped 3 straight. He's 3-4 on the week, and he hasn't scored over 160 points in 3 straight weeks. His goaltenders, they did their job. They got 34 points on the week. His skaters, though, 121. Now, if only he had better skaters, that would help. We'll get into that later. But this is about Q and his win, and it is time to check in on the poop your pants scale. Now, if you don't know what the poop your pants scale is, if you're new to the show, the Q, who has been Q for 29 to 80 straight years, made a statement, nay, a promise, that if he was Q once more, he would drop everything, move to Zimbabwe, never talk about hockey ever again. So, 1, no poop in his pants. He's not nervous. He's not going anywhere. He's coming back next year with a vengeance. To 10, there's poop dripping down his drawers as he's waiting at the airport to get on a 12-hour flight to go to Zimbabwe. Sheer panic. Terror dome stuff. Last week, he was at a 4. This week, I don't know. It's a nice day outside. Got a big dub. Kristoff is now just 1 game up. Jake is now tied. We'll get into it. It's a 2. And a 2 is exactly that. It's a nice deucer. That's him now. Has his morning coffee. Gets a little rum in the tum-tum. Goes to the bathroom. Takes care of business. Moves on with his day. That's where he's at. That's a 2. And let's move on. You want to talk taking care of business? The Berlin Backhanders are a full-blown carriage, horses, Clydesdales leading the way, covered wagon of a team. They are now in first place with a 231.4 performance over the Burt Macklin squad, 181.8. I mean, red alert. Everyone should take notice that we are trending to a back-to-back season by the Berlin Backhanders. I don't want to say it. I don't want to think it, but it's true. It's there. It's happening. And there's always been talk of Jake having this kind of clouded curse over him. he's taking care of that too. Dating back to last year, he's won 5 straight games over Jacob. And now there's talk that Nathan McKinnon is coming back like any day now. And he had 12 players. Let me repeat that. 12 players with over 10 points this week. Runaway freight train, crushing everyone. In the past 3 weeks, he's scored over 200 points twice. Wagon. How'd we let that happen? I know how we let that happen. We'll get into that. Jacob, I came at you last week. I said you didn't stand a chance. You proved me wrong. Great week, great effort. 181 is the second highest point total of the week. Your goaltenders gave you 61 points. Good for them. Unfortunately, we don't hand out lollipops. A loss is a loss, and you've lost 4 straight. You're 2-5. You're down in the toilet room. Huge week ahead. While we're talking about the Portland Backhanders and them being a wagon and how did we let this happen, let's look in. Let's get a quick update on the trade that rocked our world. A couple weeks now, the Portland Backhanders got Nady Mack, Igor Samsonov, and Stammer, whereas the Comeback Kid got Hellebuck, Brayden Point, Crosby. We said at the time, this could decide our year. It's still early. I'll say that right now. But, however, right now, those 3 for Shauner has given him 29 points, and those 3 for Kristoff has given him 28. No problem, right? No problem. However, Nady Mack hasn't touched the ice yet, and Brayden Point is now out 4 to 6 weeks. Bootsy, I hate to kick you when you're down, but it's going to be a battle, buddy. Strap in. Let's go. Huge week ahead. And finally, our last game of the week. Timmy Westside taking on, I guess, one of the hottest, should be the hottest team in the league, the Rubber Puckies. I don't even want to talk about my team first. They don't deserve it. So let's talk about the Rubber Puckies, who are now on a 4-game winning streak. From top to bottom, everyone is delivering. Like, no one's a standout. He's doing it by committee. He's 4-3. His skaters got 133 points. His goalie's 32. It was a big week. And I talked a lot of... I didn't talk a lot, but I felt confident. I'm in first still. What a dud. You're a joke, Tim. Lowest point total on the week. I haven't scored that low since week 2. And really, it's not where I want to be heading into next week. My goalies went 2-6. Kendog, kudos, not going to take anything away from you. You delivered in a big spot to get you into 3rd place with 1 game out of first. Well done. Good comeback. Keep it going. Having said all that, next week, I got to talk about it. Or this week, big week. 1 versus 2. 3 versus 4, and 5 versus 6. So we got the Portland Backhanders and Timmy Westside, each at 5-2. The winner of this has not a stranglehold, still so early, but a clear 1 game up and the head-to-head record. Rubber Puckies, the Comeback Kid, each trending opposite directions. The Rubber Puckies, if they win, can be tied in second. He was in last like 3 weeks ago. The Comeback Kid, you've dropped 1 million games straight. You need a dub to stay out of the poo-poo room. And finally, the Breakfast Club taking on the Burt Macklin squad in the Toilet Bowl 2.0. The last one was Ken and Larry. Ken won that one and hasn't lost since. So one of you guys got to do the exact same thing. Use this momentum, and I'll see you guys next week.